everyone, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to make this super cute ornament. It's made with squares. Of course, you can use any size square that you want. So what we have here, we have 5 of our squares are basted already. So I need to go ahead and baste the last square. I will put a pin through the hole to secure it. To me, it just seems like it works a little bit easier that way. Now these papers are actually going to stay in the project, so you will not remove them like you do in normal English paper piecing. So I will suggest that you want a cardstock, something that's going to be sturdy to work with. So here I am, I'm just basting down each of the corners, trying to press and get really good points on those corners. I am not going through the paper. If I were to go through the paper, you would see those stitches on the other side. And it's okay if that tail hangs over. We'll just make sure that when we sew our squares together that we hide that tail. Okay, so this one is done. So we need to go ahead, oops, I didn't cut it. We need to go ahead and lay it out. And once those are laid out, they're actually going to be in a pattern of a cross. And what you'll do is you'll just take the first 2 and you're going to whip stitch those together. So I start in the corner. You know, I like to go ahead and do a knot. You can see I'm not sewing through the tail, just through the basted fabric. Let me go ahead and do that knot again. Okay, so really you just need to be like 1/16 of an inch apart on each of your stitches. Go down that side. So anyway, I won't do the whole side, but you can see there is my whip stitch. So you'll go ahead and you'll do all of those pieces. Once you have that together, you are going to sew this seam along with this seam. And this is actually how it ends up looking. So here are the 4 in the cross, and then here are the 2 arms. So what we're going to do is sew up these seams. There you go, that's probably easier to see. So sew that seam right there. One thing I like to do at this point is to go ahead and use some embroidery floss and make a hanger for the ornament. Now I just put a knot in that embroidery floss. I'm going to go through the corner. Then I'm going to go back through in another spot of that same corner. So now I have this loop. I'm going to grab the knot that I've already made, and I'm going to tie these 2 together. Okay, so now those are tied in a knot, and then I'll just pull that loop back out. So there is my loop to hang it with. So the next thing I need to do is I need to sew these sides. Now we can't do a whip stitch anymore, so let me show you how I've been stitching these to sew them together. So what I've been doing, going through the corner between the paper and the fabric. Oops, I don't have a knot. just like that. And then I go ahead and I will stitch it to this corner and put a little knot in there. So now that corner is stitched. Looks like I'm gonna need another stitch to hold it tight. Now I'm trying to use a thread that matches the fabric so that hopefully you won't see it because we are doing our stitches on the outside. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down this side, and where the needle comes out, I'm gonna go to the bottom fabric in the same place. See, now I'm traveling back through that side. I'm gonna go straight down again, go back up through that top fabric. Whoops, I lost it. Go through that top fabric and travel down just a little bit. And then pull that back through. See, now you're just getting little stitches all the way down. And just keep going until you get all the sides done the exact same way. I'm going to go ahead and put a little knot in here. And then I'm going to show you how we do that ribbon. So of course we don't have this one completely finished, but we will pretend like we do. So here I have the loop to hold it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ribbon, put it on top, and then it will actually wrap around to the bottom of the box. And of course your box will be sewn together. And then twist it. Pull it back up. And then put your bow on the top. Like I said, your box will be sewn together. So yours will be just beautiful. And you can see I actually did 2 different sizes. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe. Follow me